Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy, the West Coast Voice, coming at you once again, as always, with my brother, Armbar Salazar.
Like the shirt, I gotta hit the ring, the double buys, Young Buck style.
As you can see, Rated R is not with us today, but we're gonna catch up with him a little bit later. Yeah, he's got some Ring Crüe business going on.
He's got some feelings about he wants to share too.
He's got some feelings, so we'll get into that. Don't worry, you will see Rated R's famous mug here in just a few minutes, so do not worry about that. Today is Monday, October 22nd, 2018, and we are filming on this Monday. Breaking news, literally an hour ago. Monday Night Raw has been on for 1 hour. It is now 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it has been announced that Roman Reigns has leukemia or has had leukemia, and it is back. So Roman Reigns had to relinquish the title tonight on Raw.
Yeah, that's pretty
huge
crazy.
news.
Yeah,
dude.
we were just about to start filming when Raw started, and then we saw what was going on, so we stopped filming and we watched it. But yeah, it's pretty sad, man. We've never claimed to be the biggest Roman Reigns fans, but still, you never want to see somebody go out with an injury, let alone a sickness like leukemia. So yeah, man, it's scary, you know.
Crazy, you know. It's he said he's had it for 11 years. It's been he got it when he was 22. He beat it. It was in remission, and now it's back. Crazy, man. Like you said, it's not like you can someone getting hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you, you can be on top of the world. You can be a top peak physical condition. You can be ruling the WWE universe, and cancer can hit you with anybody. So, hopefully he beats this. He's able to come back and have an awesome story to tell, awesome life, and
the dude's 33 years old. He's not. He's in the prime of his career, but like AJ Styles is 41 years old, and I think AJ's in the prime of his career. So it's not like a death sentence by any means.
And like you said, this isn't a retirement speech, so he's planning on coming back when he gets better. So let's hope that happens, right?
Yeah, let's hope so. Our thoughts are with the Joe Anawahi family and his wife and kids and all of his friends and stuff. We like to come on here and be jerks and bad guys and heels and all that, but that's a serious situation that we wouldn't wish upon anybody.
Yeah, definitely.
So
not even our worst enemies.
Not even our worst enemies. So yeah, get well. We'll see you soon. But now that leads us to Crown Jewel because there's no Universal Champion. So
what do you think? Do you think they're gonna do Brock versus Braun for the title, or do you think they're gonna set up some kind of tournament? Or
I know I've heard these rumors that they want a title change in Saudi Arabia. Roman Reigns relinquishing the title has definitely set up all kinds of questions regarding this event coming up.
Which was already questionable anyway. I mean,
wow.
A lot of controversy going into this. Like the U.S. government, pushing the WWE to cancel the event or to move it to a different location. So, I don't know, man. You got that oil money.
And we've been joking about that. I've been joking about that on the Mark World Order podcast, and there's I think they're getting $70 million this time around.
It's a lot of money to give up, but you also have to have some integrity, So
it's definitely crazy. Everybody's heard about the controversy. We're not going to get into that here. It's not what we do here. But if they go there, is the WWE going to be like the bad guys?
Right.
Are certain states not going to want WWE to come into their state, to their town?
Then that would be understandable. And then it's like, where does the wrestlers' feelings get into it? Because we just heard that John Cena and Daniel Bryan have both said that they don't want to go there, so they won't be most likely won't be wrestling at the show. So that leaves the SmackDown, the WWE Championship match gone now too, or who knows? Excuse me. John Cena's set up for that tournament,
which I'm sure he would have won.
Yeah. So yeah, lots of lots of questions leading up to that. And as we sit here, it's only maybe 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks away.
November 2nd, I believe.
Yeah,
it's a Saturday, so it's like 12 days away.
Yeah, so they got a lot to figure out.
If they are gonna go and they are gonna do something with the Universal Championship, I think it should be Braun and Brock Lesnar, because I know they're both booked for the show.
Right.
And Braun, last time they were in Saudi Arabia, he won that green monstrosity.
Oh, right, yeah.
So it's like,
excuse me.
I mean, does he go in there wearing that green belt and coming out with a red belt too? Like,
yeah, and then what happens with the SmackDown title, the WWE World Championship, if Daniel Bryan decides to not go? Do we have AJ wrestle Miz now, or do we have AJ, wrestle somebody else? What do you think?
I mean,
that seems like the only
yeah,
thing, right?
So they could do like a storyline where they don't have to say, well, Brian's not coming over here because of all the bullshit.
Right.
But I mean, Saudi fans, I don't think they watch as religiously as the rest of the world. So throw the Miz in there. I think he could have a hell of a match with AJ.
Yeah. Or maybe give Nakamura another chance, and they can do champion versus champion. He's still the U.S. champion, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Champion versus champion.
Have you been watching SmackDown?
I have, but I just forgot there for a minute. Speaking of SmackDown, I watched this last week, the SmackDown 1000th episode. What'd you think?
Tremendous. Can I tell you what my favorite moment was?
What was your favorite part? Rey Mysterio coming back.
That was great, but
Rey Mysterio's back.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio's back,
awesome.
but my favorite moment...
Undertaker's 30-second promo at the end of the show.
That also was good, but no.
The meeting of the general managers, Paige, Vicky Guerrero, Teddy Long, and what's his name? People Power? John Laurinaitis.
That was great.
No?
But no, I'm talking about none other than the fantastic episode of The Cutting Edge.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, what a cutting edge it was. And I think the line of the night was when Becky said, "Don't break your neck going through the ropes and get the hell out of here."
Yeah, Becky is way more than proving herself as a heel.
Fantastic. I've said this on this show. I've said it on the Mark Willard podcast. I cannot get enough of that feud. And her as a heel, fantastic.
Yeah.
They've kind of switched. Charlotte's always been the heel, and now they're on opposite sides. And even today, we saw something from the Performance Center, like Becky attacks Charlotte.
Oh, right. Yeah,
there was a camera crew there just all of a sudden. Oh, and there goes my scepter.
Oh, it's hanging out. It's hanging out.
Get the king's scepter there, brother.
Yeah, we don't want that to shatter on the ground. It's glass and jewels.
It's glass. Those are legit rubies.
Yeah.
That red top is a legit fat ruby. Yeah, spare no expense. Like the guy from
be careful.
The guy from Jurassic Park. Yeah, that's not sap. That's a ruby. So as we were saying, man, Becky's such a great heel.
Yeah,
kudos to her.
She's doing fantastic. So that was a really good segment. One of my favorite segments, though, probably my favorite. And we'll continue talking about Becky because I do want to go talk a little bit more about her. But my favorite segment was the Evolution. Ric Flair, Randy Orton, Triple H, and Batista returned.
That was great,
cool.
dude.
Batista seemed a little nervous, and he even said it, it was a little nervous at the beginning, kind of fumbling over his words. But man, when they got to the end, and he said to Triple H, he's done everything in the business, except beat me.
Oh,
ooh, I had legit goosebumps. Yeah. I was like, oh, here we go.
Setting it up.
Setting it up. And I'll be honest, I haven't been clamoring for a Dave Bautista return, but once I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I want to see that.
I did.
Excuse me.
That was a great segment. Ric Flair didn't get enough mic time, as far as I'm concerned.
I think they keep the leash a little tight around Flair these days.
He's old as shit.
They keep the leash tight on the Flair these days.
I get it.
Throw a couple woos, a couple in there, and we're good to go.
Yeah, I get it.
But yeah, the Batista thing was very cool. He still looks to be in fantastic shape. he's always working out. He's got his workout videos on Instagram all the time too.
It was just so cool to hear that music.
Yeah.
And to see those 4 guys walking out.
Yeah, and Randy Orton too. He was into it too. His throwing little jabs at them at first, and then his little faces he makes when Batista said that to Triple H. He was like,
yeah, dude. That was good stuff.
So yeah, that was entertaining, man. I had a good time watching that.
Even though Evolution was on Raw the whole time.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was cool. So you get mixed feelings. It's like, oh yeah, Batista and Triple H are gonna take a match at WrestleMania where other guys could wrestle or whatever. But they're gonna do those matches every year. They always do. They always have The Rock, Lesnar, Triple H, Undertaker, those part-timers. It's gonna happen, so just deal with it. So it's cool, man. Batista come back for maybe his last match. I don't know.
His swan song.
His swan song.
There's rumors of him going into the Hall of Fame. I don't know if you've heard that.
I did hear that, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of early in his career, but I don't know. He's gone how many years now? When did Daniel Bryan win the World Championship? 2000.
WrestleMania 30, so 4 years now.
4 years,
yeah.
Even. I guess it's time.
Yeah, I can see it happening.
He's never gonna come back full time. He's got that Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh right, he was in the biggest movie of the century ever. The biggest movie ever in the Avengers.
Twice.
So yeah.
So kudos to him, man. Get that money. You don't gotta go to Saudi Arabia, brother. Just sign on that dotted line, that Disney Marvel money.
So okay, we'll go back to Becky now because October 28th. We have the WWE All Women's Pay-Per-View Evolution coming up.
Oh yeah.
And Becky's gonna wrestle Charlotte once again.
I
what's
hope
the
that's the main
stipulation?
event.
There's a stipulation.
Is it the last woman standing?
Yes, last woman standing. So that's gonna be good. They've already put on great matches, and this one will just be another.
That should be the main event.
It won't.
I know.
It won't.
But
Sorry. It should be. But we are going to get the main event, I think, Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella. Speaking of Ronda, did you see her fire promo?
Oh my god. I thought Becky's promo was good, but dude, Ronda was throwing that John Cena heat.
Yeah, she fumbled in her words just a little bit. She was nervous. She was trying to get it all out there, trying to remember everything. But from what I heard, it was all her. They let her write her own promo. So, I mean, she went with it, and she tore the Bellas some new ones.
Yeah. Wow. She touched on Daniel Bryan a little bit, but she really touched on Nikki and John Cena's relationship.
Yeah.
That was.
She talked about them taking their spouses or their boyfriends' moves, and what was the word she used? I forget. Basically saying they're just stealing all their men's moves and doing them worse. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was really cool.
And then when she said about knocking on Cena's door.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it was crazy. I didn't like the fact that the Bellas kept throwing the word divas around, only because they're fighting so hard to change that, and they don't want divas. They're making divas seem like a negative thing, and then now the Bellas are bringing it back excuse me, it was it's not a bad thing, so.
I thought that was kind of weird.
Do you want to use the word or not? That kind of thing. So,
what if Nikki brings back the Divas title?
Oh
the
man,
big butterfly.
That would be some major heel heat right there, man. She would get booed like crazy
people,
if she beat Ronda.
They hated that.
If she beat Ronda and brought back that title, yeah. They were just talking, Diva, it was not to change the subject, but the Mark World Order just had their worst episode ever.
Oh my god.
With Trip and toilet paper over there.
The small package.
The small package.
Ron himself.
Yeah, and they mentioned the tramp stamp title is what they called it.
Yeah. And trust me when I tell you, I have a connection to the King. It is what it is. The King is going to have a field day on his next King's commentary.
I am absolutely sure he is. Yeah, it was. Brent, this has nothing to do with you, buddy, but this was the worst episode ever.
He knows. I had a conversation.
We can do nothing but laugh about this.
And he's such a good sport because I said, I texted him after I listened to it, and I was like, dude, the king is disappointed.
Yeah.
The king should banish both of these guys out of the kingdom of dangerously.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I said, I can't wait to banish the small package. He said, honestly, both of them should be banned.
Yeah.
So,
if you guys don't know what we're talking about, our buddy Brent, he runs the Mark World Order podcast. They're doing the King of the Marks tournament, which we've been talking about for weeks. We're taking part in it. I've won my first round match. Rated R's won his first round match. Now we're going to go head to head.
I'm looking forward to that. Stay tuned for that on the King's Comment.
Yeah, but yeah, check out the Mark World Order podcast. Listen to this tournament, and today was episode 4. So the past 4 weeks, you got 4 episodes to go back and listen to. And if you want to skip episode 4, go right ahead.
Please do.
Listen for a few minutes. Give Brent the rating. Give him the views or the listens. But man, Trip Rogers versus Aaron Perez, also known as the Total Package Perez, was the lowest scoring trivia game ever. In the history of all trivia, not even wrestling trivia.
All trivia.
All trivia ever. They had probably 30 questions, I believe you get about 30 questions.
Yeah, first round's 10, then you got like the 2 5s in the second, and then you got 10. So
25. They got about 25 questions each. And the final score was 6-4. 6-4 out of 25 questions.
So, spoiler alert, right? So, going into the third round, Tripp had 6 points and Aaron had 4 points. And Aaron went first, the total package, didn't score 1 point. Therefore, Trip Rogers didn't even get to answer.
Won by default.
He won by default. He didn't even get to answer 1 question in the third round.
Aaron, I'm sorry. I know I've never met you personally, buddy, but I don't know how you can call yourself a wrestling fan.
Samoan gal?
The Samoan gal. Hashtag Samoan gal.
You should be I don't want to go full king mode right now. I'm having such a hard time.
Yeah, so their category was women's wrestling. That's why we shot off of this evolution onto this. So their category was women's wrestling, and apparently neither of them are fans of women's wrestling because they did horrendous.
Now, I don't want to put myself over because I'm the king and all that shit, but
I knew every answer to every question.
I knew pretty much everything. You know, like
I still have some trivias to go. I got two rounds if I want to make it to the final there, but so I shouldn't talk too much shit because I might be embarrassed. But man, that was rough. That was really rough.
It was beyond rough. Fabulous Moolah just rolled over in her grave.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It was bad.
So,
anyway, sorry. Back to Evolution. Women's wrestling pay-per-view. What do you think about the... I can't stop laughing.
I know, this is mind-boggling.
A lot of people are upset about the Battle Royal they're planning on having. It's like, we're getting all these divas... there you go, saying the word divas again.
Damn Nikki Bella.
Yeah, right? We're getting all these classic women wrestlers coming back. Alundra Blaze, Ivory, all these girls are coming back. Women are coming back for a match, and they're throwing them all in a battle royal. So some people are saying, like, why not have one of the classic women's wrestlers versus one of the newer women's wrestlers? Kind of have a.
I get that, but people like Medusa, they're not like active wrestlers at all. Medusa is a monster truck driver, and she's in phenomenal shape. I'm not taking that away from anybody. But I don't think any of these classic superstars are in ring shape. Like Battle Royal, that's kind of different.
Yeah.
And they're trying to focus on the evolution of women's wrestling. So they're going to have people from the past, people from the future, people from NXT, people from Mae Young Classic. Everybody. They're going to have a lot of female talent on this card.
I think over 50 is what they announced.
Over 50. So they're going to have at least 20 or 30 in this Battle Royal. I don't see that as like a knock. You know, like I look forward to the Royal Rumble every year, but I also look forward to at least one or two surprises.
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
and you're getting a whole pay-per-view of surprises.
That's true.
You're getting Trish, you're getting Lita.
The one thing I do think they should do with it, though, is that they should give it to a young up-and-comer.
Absolutely.
You know,
if Medusa comes out or Alundra Blaze and she wins it, that's cool, but it doesn't. She's already in the Hall of Fame.
right.
It doesn't do anything for her, and I hope she comes with that title of hers that she dumped in the trash. I hope she comes in with that, but it's not going to do anything for her.
Yeah.
Someone from NXT should win it, and then the next night on Raw, they should, make their debut.
Yeah,
Or,
that'd be a good way to do it.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a lot of talent coming into this pay-per-view. So
Yeah, Trish and Lita coming back. They've been on Raw the last few weeks. They both look fantastic. They're in great shape. They're gonna have a tag team match with Alexa and Mickey, Mickey's kind of like in between. You know, she's kind of like bridging the gap between the old and the new. So
I have a prediction on that. I see Mickey turning on Alexa.
oh, that's a good thought there. Heard it here first.
From the king. No king today.
So that'll be a good match. I think they've announced the tag match. They've announced the women's Raw Women's, SmackDown Women's title, the Battle Royal, and then just on Raw today, they announced a 6-woman tag match. It'll be Bayley and Sasha and Natalya versus the Riot Squad.
I'm looking forward to that. I love the Riot Squad.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of theirs too. I kind of am over seeing Bayley and Sasha versus the Riot Squad, though. It's like
I am too. That
for
needs to be
the
the
past
match.
like 10 weeks, they've had some sort of interaction with them. Now they're adding Natalya to the mix. I would love to see Natalya, with Beth Phoenix, wrestling her or teaming with her.
What was their name?
The
they had?
no. I totally am blanking on it. Something Destruction. No, they were the Sisters of Destruction. No.
That had bees.
Yeah. Well, we'll think about it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you know what it is.
And then there was a rumored that there was going to be a women's tag title. That kind of has gone nowhere. We haven't heard any announcements about it. There hasn't been, it seems like all the women are getting tied up in other matches, so I don't know who would be in the women's tag title match. An obvious choice with current wrestlers would be the Iconics, but they've been announced for the Battle Royal too. So Asuka and Naomi have been teaming up, but they've been announced for the Battle Royal.
I'm over that.
So yeah, I don't know what they're planning on doing with the women's tag title. And then we're gonna have, like you said, NXT girls from the Mae Young Classic. So.
Speaking of NXT, they got some new recruits. Chelsea Green, Mia Yim has just signed. Man, those two have been tearing it up.
Matt Riddle.
Oh my God, dude! Did you see his photo in his suit with his? Oh my God, dude! That dude, there's no fucks given.
Keeping it, bro.
Keeping it 100% fucking bro. He should be on the main roster.
Another guy too, Punishment Martinez. That was kind of a surprise. I mean, no knock on him, but I just seeing him in Ring of Honor, I didn't see him as being like a WWE guy. But he's improved. Since from when he's first debuted in Ring of Honor. So I'm sure with the help of everybody down at the PC, he's going to improve even more. So.
Oh, for sure, dude. I'm looking forward to that. A lot of good. I mean, NXT's the best brand in wrestling right now.
It is really good, man. It is really good.
I heard it's going to 2 hours possibly next year, and takeovers are
going to be going to NXT here soon in Visalia, right?
I am. I have front row seats.
Ooh, this guy.
Right off the aisle.
Sorry, not to steal your heat or anything, but go ahead.
No, right off the aisle, me and Eric Dodson, friend of the show, he hooked it up, man, so I'm looking forward to that. That's coming out.
I'm actually going to go to a show, too. I haven't told you which show. I haven't told him, but I have some tickets already, and I'm going.
Are you going to APW?
No. Oh. I'm going to Arizona in January to the Royal Rumble.
Nice.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Yeah, man. A friend of the show, Ruben, my buddy, Ruben, He wants to head down there for his birthday, and so I'm gonna go with him. So we're going in January. We already got the hotel booked. We got this. Check this out.
This is all new. This is all new.
This is breaking to him too here. NXT tickets, Royal Rumble tickets, Monday Night Raw tickets, and SmackDown tickets.
Wow.
We're probably going to sell our SmackDown tickets, so if anybody in Arizona is watching and you want to buy SmackDown tickets, we have some.
I could probably hook that up because I got a couple buddies in Arizona.
Okay, yeah, let them know. But because the day of SmackDown is my son's birthday, so
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Your wife already.
I got to come home. So we're going to be Saturday night at NXT, Sunday Rumble. We weren't going to do Raw, but that fucker convinced me. So we're gonna do Raw, and we're flying home Tuesday morning. So I'll be home Tuesday morning, but so I won't, like I said, I won't be able to go to SmackDown. But yeah, man, I'm doing the Rumble. So
that's awesome, and it's at Chase Field, which I think is so
that's
fucking
gonna
cool.
be amazing. Yeah. So,
Chase, I'm a huge baseball fan, and Chase Field is such a beautiful field. And it's the first time since WrestleMania 19 that it's been in a baseball stadium.
Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your front
that's
row.
that's stealing, brother.
And there's so much good wrestling coming up in California. I know a lot of our fan base is from California, so if you guys don't already know, of course, like Survivor Series. The day before Survivor Series is War Games, NXT War Games at the Staples Center,
Correct.
which I don't know, I gotta check the funds here. I'm working a couple overtimes, but I might still try to go to one of those. And then the next month in December, they're coming back to California for TLC in San Jose.
Yep.
Yeah, in San Jose.
SmackDown is here in Fresno.
SmackDown's in Fresno.
December 18th?
December 18th.
Not sure where Raw is.
And then, of course, it's crazy how much wrestling is coming here. And then, of course, with all of our other indies and stuff here, we have APW, PWG has been putting on more constant shows. Bar Wrestling has been putting on a ton of shows. Of course, locally, we have CWA, which we're going to talk about right now. And then Best of the West. And then we have a new promotion coming out, Paradox Pro.
Just announcing. I'm going to announce it right now. The debut show of Paradox, yours truly, the West Coast voice, Davey Dangerously, will be ring announcing for Paradox.
That's a stacked card, man. They're going to have a
Brian Cage,
hell of a lineup.
Brody King, Tyler Bateman, Doomfly, Jordan Grace.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be in Merced, California, which, we've been to Merced tons of times for Best of the West. It's not going to be in the same venue as Best of the West. It's going to be in another venue, but I'm looking forward to that.
That's November 3rd. Then the very next day, back in Fresno at the Bitwise Hive, November 4th, we got Best of the West again. Yeah, so I can't confirm is this 100% true or anything, but from what I heard, they're moving to the larger side of the building to accommodate some more folks. So yeah, man, bring your friends. Last time was a packed house. Hopefully they can pack out the other side as well, the larger side. So
nice.
I think last time they had a little over 200, so let's make it 400 this time.
Yeah, screw it.
Yeah.
Standing room only.
Right?
Let's do it.
Man, that's gonna
I'll also be ring announcing that night as well.
I was going to say, that's going to be a hell of a card too there.
Tyler Bateman and Brody King are coming to Best of the West, debuting. I think
some awesome matches too, man.
Tyler Bateman is going one-on-one with Funny Bone.
Yeah, that's going to be fantastic.
Dude, that's going to be a snug fest.
Yeah. And then Brody King taking on Chris Bay. Man.
Best of the West heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
That's going to be another snug fest because Brody King is not to be fucked with.
Yeah, definitely.
He could be walking out the brand new Best of the West heavyweight champion.
He very well could.
Do not ever think that Brody King can come in and not kick the shit out of you and take that title from you. Chris Bay, we love you.
Yeah.
But brother, Brody King is the real deal.
Yeah. And those are just the debuts, man. Then along with the rest of the Best of the West roster,
there's a triple threat tag team match. There's a West Coast Championship
Fatal 4-Way West Coast Championship, man. So it's going to be a pretty awesome card. So I'm really looking forward to those. But now on back to CWA, the one I really want to talk about.
October 28th.
October 28th. That is how many days from now?
That is
6 days from now.
6 days.
6 days from now. It's gonna be fun.
So as you know, I will be in a 3-on-3 6-man tag. I will be teaming with Toxic Trent, Ring Crüe sponsored athlete, of course, and Matthias, and we are going to face Steven Landis. I'm not gonna say it how I always say it. Also, he is teaming with the best looking everythings, Jason Hastings, Trip Rogers. You and Rated R are going to be handcuffed to the ring, so there's no interference, from you guys.
Yeah, they have nothing to worry about with us, man. We're just fans watching the show. For some reason, they think that we want to get involved every time. We've only gotten involved last time because they made us get involved. So if they leave us alone, we would leave them alone. But this time they want to involve us and get us handcuffed to the ring or handcuffed to to each other. I don't know what we're gonna be handcuffed to, but
You're gonna be handcuffed.
Whatever it is, it is what it is. So
it's gonna be a bunkhouse brawl. It's gonna be the King of Halloween match. I don't really know what that all entails, but we'll get into that.
It's gonna get dirty.
It's gonna get dirty. It's gonna be a no holds barred match.
This isn't gonna be no technical wrestling here. This isn't gonna be no hold for hold.
No, it's gonna
This isn't really a wrestling match. This is mostly a fight.
It's a brawl. We're one of the main events that evening, and I'm going to go in with an open mind. This will be my first time ever competing in a match, but
Last time ever?
First time ever.
And last time? Maybe no?
First time ever.
Oh, I like it.
First time ever.
I like it.
Like I said, I'm just a ring announcer, but if you provoke me and you call me into the ring, like you did last time I kicked you in the face with Trip, I kicked you in the face with Toxic Trent Matthias. You've provoked the Ring Crüe since day one. I don't get it. But if you push us, we're not going to sit there and take
They seem to have a problem with us and what we do. This is what we do here. We don't go in their world, and we weren't going in their world, but they wanted to provoke us, so
I don't go to their job and kick the broom out of their hand. You know what I'm talking about?
No disrespect to custodians.
No. Custodian, dick.
That's what it is.
So don't say janitor. So yeah.
But yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. So
we've even got, like I said, Rated R is not here, but he has some choice words. Do you want to hear what he has to say?
Yeah.
Because that boy was fired up. The elder statesman.
The elder statesman of the Ring Crüe.
He was fired up. So let's hear what Rated R had to say. Rated R, what do you got to say, brother?
You want to know what I think? I'm going to tell you exactly what I think, brother. I think that the BLE are a couple of lucky SOBs that Armbar and I aren't in this match. See, you're lucky you have to contend with Big Davey Dangerously. See, he's going to put the hurt on you guys, and that's going to happen. You guys are going to get hurt. But if Armbar and I win this match, it'd be over with, guys. You guys wouldn't even walk out this ring. So Joe Hamilton throwing out the stipulation of Armbar and I getting tied to the post, to me, that just sounds like a perfect weekend night, because being tied to a post, being whipped, that sounds great to Rated R Salazar. We're going to bring the heat. You guys are going to feel it. And when all said and done, you guys get ready for that long kiss goodnight. BLE, you're done.
Wow.
He's fired up, man.
Rated R is always fired up.
Yeah.
But man, he's fired up.
He's fired up. So,
I mean, I think I should be handcuffed on the outside.
I was gonna say,
he's
gonna be cuffed, so we can't do too much. But yeah, we'll see, man. It's gonna be a good show. So if you guys are anywhere near Hillmont, California, this Sunday, October 28th, come check it out, man.
Tickets are still available. I'll put the link in the description box below. You got 6 days. Don't sleep on it. There's gonna be
probably 5 from when you're watching
5.
this.
So,
it'll be on tomorrow, and so yeah.
5 days. I'll put the link in the description box below. If you're local, man, don't miss it. The Ring Crüe is gonna be in full effect. The Ring Crüe merch table will also be in full effect, and very, very soon we're gonna have some brand new shirts with a revision, if you will, of our classic logo. We're not saying we're changing it.
So
we're just
my
kind
logo wasn't good enough?
I didn't say that, but
I'm just kidding.
The
I know.
base of your logo was fantastic, but we're taking it to the next level. And our good buddy Juan of the Dead, who just made my Rafflemania logo. Did you catch that?
I saw that.
I love that. Thank you, Juan. and I didn't have to wait 2 years.
And he has a new merch store. I totally didn't write it down. I don't have anything.
We're
with
sorry,
us.
but we'll put it in the link.
We'll put it in the description too.
Right.
Yeah, he's got some badass merch. Go check his stuff
that
out.
dude is fantastic. So we're looking.
Sorry,
forward to
hold
that.
on. Breaking news
Yeah.
just announced. Monday Night Raw is on behind us here, over here, or in front of us. Braun Strowman will be facing Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel for the Universal title. You called it.
I call it. Book in the towns, man.
Yeah, sorry. So anyway, October 28th, CWA, November 4th, Best of the West, November 3rd, Paradox. Check out One of the Dead. Check out, oh gosh, blanking on everything. Collar and Elbow. Make sure you, oh, my kids are screaming in the background.
They want that 10%
Yeah,
off
they want
those
the
Collar and
10%
Elbow
off,
shirts.
So, Collar and Elbow, make sure you use promo code Ring Crüe. That's one word, Ring Crüe, for 10% off of all of your goods. We have Wrestle Crate and Lapel, yeah. You can also use promo code Ring Crüe for 20%.
Not just 10.
Not just 10, 20% off of your items. And we
Savage
have
Stash.
Savage Stash, where you can also use promo code Ring Crüe for 10% off of all items.
Everything. Also, you see this wonderful shirt that I'm wearing right here? You can find this on brownbutterwrestling.com/Ring Crüe. We got 9 t-shirts on there. I'm still waiting for the armbar art.
Yeah, that one's kind of dated already. I'm going to have to go with a new shirt already.
You need to...
People still like it, though. I still have people asking, so... It was, based off of the All In logo, which was September 1st. Here we are in October, so I'm kind of a little bit
I'm still waiting.
outdated. But I think we're still going to go with it. We're still going to go with the All In logo armbar shirt. And then I have
It'll
another...
be the classic design.
It'll be my classic design, but I also have another idea already in the works. So
Nice.
I have two armbar shirts.
Rated R has one out, and I heard that he has a second one coming out, and I've seen it. And it is fantastic. I'm just waiting for that art to be sent to me so I can render it, so I can send it.
Perfect.
So look for all that. We'll have 11 shirts by the time that happens. My Rafflemania logo, I made a one-off shirt for myself. So I'll be wearing that in Hillmar, California. So I'll be taking pictures of that. Thank you again, Juan. Rated R was hot tonight. So yeah. I feel bad for those dudes. For Steven Landis. I said I wasn't gonna say it, but I had to say it. Worst looking everythings. We're coming for you. Not how Booker T was coming for you, but we're still coming for you, and it's gonna be fantastic. We're gonna do an on the road vlog that day, so we'll be documenting all of that. So stay tuned for that in a subsequent episode. Stay tuned for another edition of the King's Commentary on the worst episode in the history of the Mark World Order. That's coming out in a few days.
And I believe it'll be next Monday, October 29th, will be Rated R Salazar versus Armbar Salazar, one-on-one, Mark World Order podcast, King of the Marks tournament.
I wonder who called that. Oh, that was the King. So I'm going to tell you right now, on the episode of the King's Commentary where I shit on the worst episode ever, it will also be, half of it will be me shitting on the episode. Not just the episode, but Tripp and Rogers themselves. But
Tripp
it's
and
also
Rogers.
going to... You know what I meant. But also, it's going to be a celebration because I call brother versus brother. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going into King mode right now.
We gotta stop. This is getting
out of hand. It's getting out of hand, but I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a celebration. Who knows where the King might turn up? He's been inside of his palatial estate. He's been
on the ground.
The prestigious grounds.
Maybe his royal zoo.
Maybe.
Who knows?
The King goes everywhere, so
Yeah.
he goes here and there, and who knows where the King will turn up to next.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for all that. Just keep it right here, youtube.com/The Ring Crüe. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at The Ring Crüe. Give us a like on Facebook. We are everywhere, so we're also on Twitch, even though we haven't done shit on there. But I think starting at Survivor Series, we're going to do reactions, like live reactions. So
Sounds good.
Stay tuned for that on Twitch. We'll get into all that. So as always, do what you do, but whatever you do, don't mess with the crew. We will see you guys, especially you in CWA, the worst looking everything. So we'll see you guys next time.